So let's talk about what's really happening. Because a lot of people talk about quiet quitting. You guys hear about quiet quitting, right? A lot of people say they're quiet quitting, okay? And it sounds all cute and all, quiet quitting. But in reality, what is happening is most people are emotionally tapped out. And if you are emotionally tapped out, that would explain your quiet quitting, okay? They're showing up to work, they're doing the bare minimum, and still feeling guilty for not giving more. And I get you like, how can we be feeling guilty about not giving more? When you are committed to a job, a lot of us are committed to our jobs. We're not realizing that's exactly what it is. And you kind of sound a little embarrassing. I ain't committed to my job. What do you mean committed? I just go to work because I got. That's the same thing. You're committed to your job. You are what the company considers a faithful worker. But in reality, in your mind, you're only thinking that you are one of those people who, I know I got to go to work because if I don't go to work, I can't pay my bills. So I don't give a damn what the company think I am. I'm coming only mainly for the check. But at the end of the day, you're not going to miss a day. You're not going to be late. You're going to go to work every day. You're going to do your job. If they don't allow you to be off or something, then you're going to go to work. You ain't going to just take off anyway. You're one of those people that's just going to show up and continue to show up. That's what I mean by being one of those people who are committed to a job. So when it gets to that point where you are tired, you're emotionally stressed, and the job itself is not worth keeping and you know it. I ain't talking again to any of you who love your job, because everybody don't have that pleasure. If your job is emotionally stressing you out, then you get to a point to where you're going, but you're doing the bare minimum. You're feeling guilty about everything that you do if you don't go to work still. You call in because you're so tired and stressed. So you call in on your job, and when you call in, you can't even enjoy your day off because you, at this point, are starting to feel guilty. You are feeling guilty about the fact that you called in when you know darn well you weren't sick. There's a lot of us out here who've done that because I've done it. But all jokes aside, people are working 2 and 3 jobs just to cover the basics, just to survive. 2 and 3 jobs. And then you hear people talking about if you're single and you're struggling, that's because it takes 2 people. You have a lot of people who are married, and because they're married, they like to say that as though they're the only ones who will be able to survive. When I've heard several stories of married couples still struggling in serious debt, barely keeping their head above water, and they're both, in their minds, doing the best that they can possibly do to survive. I've been married pretty much my whole adult life. My whole adult life. And I can tell you, there were really good times and there were really bad times. During the recession, what was that, 2008, 2009? No, the struggle was real. That was another one of those times when the job market was very low. Matter of fact, that was the time when I went to work and they cut my job before I even got there. So to tell someone they need to have an extra person in the house, that don't mean a thing. When still at the same time, somebody in there gonna be still working more than one job. The husband probably working 2 jobs while you working 1, or both of y'all may be working 2 together. It is what it is. But right now, I believe right now is worse than when it was back then. People are Uber driving in the morning before they morning shift, before they go to work. They're doing Instacart after their full-time job in the evening. I see a lot of people online talking about how they Instacart. Selling stuff online, that's me. Selling stuff online just so I can pay light bill. Let me make sure my light bill paid. Let me make sure my car note paid. All these insurances is paid. If you are struggling to get all of these things done, That is not living. That is not living. That is surviving. And you are in a crisis. And if AI or any of these things that are happening right now happen to knock at your front door, you are going to be in a world of trouble. And then I feel so sorry for those of you who are working jobs where your employees are working you to death and are not offering any more than what they were paying you from the start. See, some people work jobs right now today and never get a raise at all. And if they do, at the beginning of the year, it's a few pennies on top of the dollar what they was already making. Okay, y'all don't hear me? For those of you who are not experiencing it, there are people out here who actually have to endure this every single day. Sometimes people find themselves doing the work for more than 2 or 3 people. 2 or 3 people when they're only one person. Please make that make sense. And do you think it's all about you? No, the job don't care about you. It's about their bottom line at the end of the day. That is all it is. Paycheck ain't changed in 2 years. I know somebody who done had the same paycheck for 4 years. I didn't even know that was possible. How you still making the same thing you was making 4 years ago? Well, they ain't gave me no raise. They ain't gave you no raise, or you ain't gave yourself a raise. Okay. But sometimes it ain't about them. It's all about you. So let me tell you something. If you feel that you've been feeling anxious every time your manager calls a quick meeting, y'all know what I'm talking about. Those quick meetings that they seem to be calling more than ever now. You feel like you constantly on the edge. Okay? You give it all, but you're still feeling disposable. Because you are. And if you're feeling exhausted, overworked, and unseen, please listen to me. You are not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing mentally wrong with you whatsoever. The system is. And that is the truth. The system is. They are working a structure right now that was built to extract your time and your energy, okay? Extract your time and your energy, not protect your peace, your health, or your financial future. That's up to you. You have to do that because your job is not going to do it for you. It's completely up to you. I ain't come on here to preach today. I just felt it in my soul that this is just some stuff that just need to be mentioned. I have a lot of people who are here on my channel who are subscribed to me, who are giving it their all out here in these streets when it comes to trying to pursue something that they can actually do on their own. And they are succeeding and doing very well. And then there are those who just peek in every now and then, see what's going on over here, and they want to step out and do something. Don't have to be anything that I'm talking about over here. It could be anything. They want to step out and do something, but they just can't seem to bring themselves to it. And the reason why they're here even peaking in the first place is because they done had 1 or 2 of those problems that I've mentioned earlier. And they're waiting and procrastinating. Don't wait until you have no other choice, because most of the time when you have no other choice but to invest in yourself, to save yourself from what could possibly happen between now and probably the middle of 2026, just don't do that. Because I'm wishing everybody the best and for everybody to succeed in whatever it is that they may be attempting to do. And that's one of the reasons why it is right now time for you to invest in yourself. This is exactly why more people just like you and me are finally waking up and saying that enough is enough. A lot of people are tired. A lot of people are already awake to what is possibly about to happen at their job. A lot of people didn't believe these things were going to occur at their job and was marched out and left in tears with a box full of their personal belongings. I couldn't keep gambling my entire livelihood on a paycheck coming from somebody else. Sure, the struggle gets real out here as an entrepreneur. Some days it's good, some days it's not. Some months it's wonderful, the next month it may be good. Get what I'm saying? But I know what I gotta do to make sure I'm okay. If I put all of my hopes and all of my dreams and all of my bills and the welfare of my family and my children in one box and hand that box to an employer in hopes that they are going to take very good care of all of the things that I packed in there, I have to be crazy. Because there is no way that that is going to happen. When they no longer need you, they don't care about what your problems are. They don't care about what type of bills you have, what you got going on in your life at all. Okay, so here's the truth. Your job can disappear overnight, and you need something that's yours. Something that cannot be snatched away by a manager, by budget cuts, and the company, we decided to shift in another direction, and therefore we're no longer going to need all of the workers that we presently have. I'm sorry to let you know, but this week will be your final week at the company. Don't let that be you.